Hello, beautiful people. It is February of 2023 and I am thrilled. Okay, I feel like we should start with where have I been and what has been going on. I took the first part of January, the first part of the year to just take a step back, chill, look at my goals, and figure out how to get in alignment with them. So not even my goals, actually, I'd say my vision. So there are a lot of things that God has put on my heart. And some of them I know are like way in the future, like, woo, you're out there. Others, I can definitely see happening and taking place within the next 5 years. And so I wanted to just really focus on what can I do? What action can I take now this year that's going to move me significantly closer to those goals? And so that's what I did the first 3 weeks of January. I also got a second job because I'm so excited for where I am positioning myself to be financially. And so in order to do some of those things, I was like, I want this to move faster. So I got a second job, and it's been interesting because I've had to maintain my first job, learn this new one, and then also stay focused when it comes to my goals and making sure that those don't get put on the back burner while I was doing all of this, making that extra money. Anyway, January was really productive, and I feel like very successful because I accomplished a lot of stuff. The first and biggest one is that I'm alive. My sister and I went on a cruise, which was so much fun, and it was our first time together, going on a cruise as individuals and as sisters. So it was cool to experience that with her. And while I was on the cruise, I actually had a really bad allergic reaction. And when I say really bad, I mean I went into anaphylactic shock. I was in the medical bay. It was wild. And so I came back from that trip, had a job interview, and then started working that week. And so it's been a lot jam-packed. And when I tell you I am so thankful to be alive and be able to really focus and live with intention, I get jazzed. I get super hype, and then I have to calm myself down so I can refocus and keep taking action because I am so happy and excited. It's amazing. Anyway, as I mentioned before, an accomplishment and something positive was that I went on the cruise with my sister and got to experience that with her. The other big thing that I did this month, which I'm so excited about, is that I finished the photo shoot. I finished the photo shoot for my website. So I took several different photos and just did my thing, and those will be integrated into my website, which is great. That was really important to me to do because I currently am, I don't have any hair. Well, let me slow down. Okay. On my website, there are photos of me when I had hair and then when I don't have hair. And I had significantly less photos from when I had to shave my head and all of that stuff than when I had hair. And it just happened to be that way. I really haven't focused on taking photos of me, and I feel like I haven't done a lot of things where I'm like, oh, take a photo, and it is what it is, right? But I also want the point of my website is to inspire, empower, and encourage people, right? And I feel like the best way to do that is to be authentic. And that means being able to capture this season that I'm in. And I will tell you, it was a bit challenging because I didn't get the photo shoot in December like I had originally planned, which was when my hair was like, we may or may not grow. They hadn't decided to collectively. And literally like 2 weeks before the photo shoot, my hair starts growing all over. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And I can't tell if you guys can tell, but like there's a really big patch back here, and then it's very fine, but it's growing, which is great. It just doesn't look the best. And so I was like, these photos, thankfully she'll probably touch them up so I don't look like totally weird and have hair sticking, little fine hair sticking everywhere. But I'm very excited that there are more photos of me. There are going to be more photos of me in this particular season of my life on my website. It was a very long rant. Thank you for listening. Next, another big accomplishment. It's something that's really small but so significant. I bought different house shoes. And that's what I'm gonna call them. They're literally shoes, but I only wear them in my house. And so I have very flat feet, in case you're wondering. As a result, when I stand for a long time, my knees and my lower back hurt like crazy because I don't have any arch support. So like my knees go inward, it's a mess. But I found these amazing flip-flops that have built-in arch support specifically for flat-footed people. God loves me so much, you guys. And I had these before, but during the hurricane, I don't know what I did. I broke them. So the little thing that holds the flip-flop together, the strap, broke. And I just was like, it's fine. They're kind of expensive. I'm not going to purchase them. It'll be fine. And now that I'm working 2 jobs and my schedule is very intentional, it is time blocked. This is what I'm doing. And there are no exceptions. Rarely there are exceptions. Because of that, I have to meal prep for the week. And when I meal prep, I'm on my feet, and it was, my back would hurt, and which sucks because one of my jobs requires me to stand for like 4 or 5 hours and to walk. And so it was just, I'd stand and prepare food all day on Sunday, go to Krav on Monday, and then go to work in the evenings on Tuesday. And my body's like, what are you doing? So I went and I bought these amazing, they're super cute flip-flops. I got little jewels. That was a little extra. And anyway, that was a victory for the month of January. The next big goal, or next big thing, great thing that happened this month was that I was able to change and update my website. I'm like 50% of the way there. I like how it looks now. You guys should totally go check it out. I'll leave a link down below and you tell me your thoughts. I mean, obviously I like it. I worked on it, but I'm impressed with it. It makes me happy. So that's a big victory. My goal is to have it completely finished by the end of the quarter. So we'll see how that goes. Next, I was able to get health insurance. I am super excited about this. So health insurance has been like a struggle. It's been a thing for me since coming back from Vietnam. And now I'm adulting for realsies. And I'm really excited about getting health insurance. Most people are like, fine, cool, whatever, I have it. But I'm excited because one of my goals this year is to increase the amount of foods that I can eat. I think that there are more foods available for me to eat that they've been in the question box for so long, and I've just stuck with what I can eat that I've never ventured out. And it's interesting because I feel like I'm missing out on a part of life. And so I decided that last year, this was one of the big things that I wanted to do, was to make sure that I have health insurance, and I wanted to start going and getting tested for different foods and seeing what am I actually allergic to and what can I have that I haven't had before. And so that is going to be a really cool experience. And the final big thing, which I mentioned earlier in the video, but I'm just going to hit on a little bit, is my hair is starting to grow back. Again, I can't tell. See, look at it. It's growing. I'm so excited. Now, just to be clear, my hair's been growing since I shaved it from when I had COVID, but it's been growing in these odd patches. And I think like this is a good example. So back here, hopefully you can see it, move my hand here. There's like a patch where it grew in and it's like way fuller than the rest of my head. And then I would shave it because it's not my entire head. And then that patch would move from like back here to like up here. So it would be like the front half of my head. I'm like, what is going on? And then it would be like a different part of my head and it would not grow all together. And so my mom finally was like, just let your hair do what it does and let it grow. And I'm like, fine, I will. So for the time being, I'm just letting it do its thing. I'm gonna let it grow. And even though it looks a hodgepodge and a bit of a mess, it's growing, and that's what's important. Okay, so this month I am excited because I have four big goals, four big goals. The first goal is to complete my website and upgrade it to like 75% completion done. If I can do more than that, great. If not, it's not the end of the world, but I want to make it at least 75% done. That means that I am going to create and upload 5 freebies. They're going to focus in 3 areas. So adulting, intentional living, and wealth creation. I feel like my 3s are weird. Ooh, there we go. Now you can see 3. I felt like they were like, meh. Anyway, the next thing that I also have to do is just update the layout and some of the content. So what I've done so far is really good. And I think it's easier for the user as they experience it and as they go to find information and sign up for certain things. At the same time, I want to make sure that other things have more clarity and are more like, boom, here it is, boom, here it is. So that's a thing. And then I need to create more content that goes in certain sections. And I think that's probably going to be like the biggest challenge, is creating enough content in enough spaces within this time frame that I've given myself. But there's that. Challenge accepted. The next goal is to level up in Krav. I have my level test in February. I think it's the last Saturday of February. I've done it before, I'll do it again. I am excited. It's just like here this month. And that says a lot because I feel like I missed January with everything that was going on. So you know what though? What I've learned from the past is, even though I don't believe that I'm ready to proceed and do it anyway, because I'm more ready than I think I am. So I'll be doing that this month. My next goal, my focus for the month, is to resave my emergency fund. Oh my goodness. So I had my emergency fund and rebuilding it after not being employed for 6 months. 6 months? Yeah, 6 months. And I was like making a lot of progress. I'm feeling really good. And I don't know what this thing was. My mechanic told me what it was. I don't remember what it's called, or I don't even know what it looks like, but this thing got wedged up somehow in between my like brake pad and rotator, something up there. It was ridiculous. It was like this weird grinding sound when I would slow down, but then it would also be like when I would speed up. It was a mess. Like, I was nervous to drive my car. I was like, oh, God saved my life. He did. He kept me. So that was a stack that I just had to, but I'm really happy that I had the money to do it. And so I'm not like sad or like, oh no. I'm like, oh, this is legit. Like, take my money. I feel good about this. So anyway, that's why that is back on my list of things to accomplish. And finally, my focus is to get an eye exam. Since I have health insurance, it includes eye and dental, and I am going to get an eye exam and get some updated frames. I actually like these frames, but frames now come so inexpensive, and I'm excited about that, so I can have a couple of different options that suit my mood and my style. So there's that. Is it a necessity? No. Would I like to? Absolutely. And since I have health insurance, my eye exam is going to be minimal. And then as far as the frames, we'll get to that when we get to that. But I am very excited to get my eyes checked out and get upgraded. I know I'm such a nerd because I'm excited about getting new glasses, right? But when you can see, I mean, I can see fine now, but I want to make sure that everything's good on the inside. But when you can see, life, especially since I like to read, you know? Okay, that's it. That was my January review, my February focuses, and all the things that I have coming up. Thank you for staying to the end of the video. Please leave a comment down below. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.